Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Derek, who wanted the Zulu in the colors of Wolverine. I went with the 80s brown and yellow Wolverine outfit, with, of course, bits of a little bit of red here and there, because I did the blue and yellow for the Banshee one. Someone requested that as Wolverine, so that is... that's what I picked. I hope that's good. Zulu, of course, is pretty good. I believe, yeah, we're at 650 here, so this is, I believe, the level 3. I think I put one overtune part on it, but I don't remember which one. Might have just been ballistic defense, which is kind of the least crucial defense value at 650, in my opinion. But Zulu has a special ability that makes it harder to stun when when any of its melee weapons are out. So it may just be the cause, but the way this skill is worded leads me to believe both. I have not tested that, and it's been a long time since I ran it, so I can't really tell you. It has a bunch of fun abilities too, and yeah, I tackled through that swing just in the hopes, but the hopes were not much because yeah, there were a couple of Zeta Gundam 3As, I think. Oh, and a double Zeta, too, yeah. But, yeah, it has a beam machine gun that fires either in 5-round bursts, or I believe consumes 5 rounds to do one charged shot. So, and it has a grenade launcher that I actually did remember to use once or twice here. How successfully, I can't say, but I do remember. I haven't, like I said, I haven't used this in a long time, but yeah, it's one of those suits that has every conceivable advantage except for a dodge roll. So that is workable because there are other stun defenses it can use. Tagged the Vargil there, caught it with the knives, and I seem to remember the knives having a slightly more powerful downswing than the claws if you hit both stabs. But again, been a while, could be wrong. Frequently am. It's a hobby. Let's see, and I thought I'd come up here, go after that double Zeta, which was not expecting me to lunge in for the downswing, but that was a good plan, except that at 650 there are plenty of things that can fly up and come after you. So, at a lower cost, if I'd been thinking, where there's much fewer transformable mobile suits, that would have been pretty shrewd, but here just kind of makes me a target for everything. And that's pretty much what I feel like I'm fighting at the moment, because I am the closest thing to the enemy team, foolishly, and now the deadest thing to the enemy team. Somebody said sorry. It's not particularly their fault. I should have pulled back when I saw everybody else spawn in. Just sometimes when you get into that solo mentality, it's very hard to remember to pull back and get with the team. This is a thing that I think afflicts raid players a lot, and when I play raid, I don't think I'm an exception. I do it in any kind of mobile suit if I'm not thinking enough. But generally, going solo like that against a whole team of people works out way better for Wolverine. But that's Wolverine is sadly not a giant robot, so nothing we can do about that. Though I believe, among others, there is actually a Chogokin Wolverine done in the style of the 70s Mazinger Z toy. Possibly complete with spring-loaded rocket punches, I am not sure on that. But I think there's a comic Wolverine and a bunch of, like, Avengers movie characters done in that style. They go fairly cheap, last I saw. But yeah, there is a Shazar Type A here, which can be a thing. That was a lucky. I managed to stun it. 2, I managed to hold it off until I had my boost back and could, do pointy things to it. So it has had the pointy things done to it, and now it is time to move on. Right now, I guess we and the enemy team are about equally grouped up. There's 3 of us here. There's 2 or 3 of them here. Okay, now we're getting more grouped, which is good. Landed the tackle, but I started too late to stun the Vargil, so should have gotten my claws out sooner, because that, I think, would have protected me. when from being stunned by the Vargil. Oh boy, am I glad that Hyper Mega Launcher shot did not hit me very hard. It occurs to me also, I'm betting that the Zulu's knives do get the defense skill, because I noticed the claws on the arm also deploy when it's using those combat knives. So, yeah, that makes sense. And that also explains why the knife downswing can actually be stronger if I'm right about that, because you're technically getting the claws and the knives at once. All right, so 2.5 minutes left, 9,700 points to 7,500 points. It's a decent setup. And yeah, we are going to go, well, I am going to go try and get back with the team. Team's a little spread out, enemy team less so. That's why I'm not charging in to try and save number one, because, yeah, there's nothing I can do against that whole team. I'm just taking pot shots at what I can and keeping my distance until something sticks its neck out. Yeah, somebody said bunch up. I think it's good advice. Unfortunately, that's the person who wanted us to bunch up is a person who is dead. I've sent that tell many times myself. So, okay, that is the new Zeta Gundam, because I have type advantage. And I'm really slightly surprised that did not work out. Here's where I find myself wishing the Zulu had head Vulcans, because if it had head Vulcans, I could have gotten that Zeta Gundam easy before I got swarmed. But yeah, I'm calling for help now, because there's two other things alive, and if I can, yeah, I shouldn't have charged. I should have held my iframes as long as I could, and waited for that Zeta to land up there. We are now slightly behind, because again, I should have pulled back. But because that Zeta is nearly dead, if someone else gets it, we'll get an assist, and that should be a decent amount of points. Also, it looks like there's 2 or 3 people in that support fire circle, which probably won't be the case when it fires, but it's a possibility. So, no, it looks like, as usual, there are 0 people in the support fire circle, which, again, that is the most common outcome, so what can you do? It always feels good to get a really good support fire shot off. Yeah, at this point, unfortunately, as I think I mentioned in one of the other recent videos, I do not have advance on my quick swap or on my tells. So yeah, like when we were below the enemy team in points, we really needed to get in there as hard as we could. As it is, though, we did manage to get some last-second kills and pull it off, so, you know, it worked out, and we did more or less finally advance on them, so, yeah, it would. I will take that outcome, and, yeah, it was really hard to get anything close to Wolverine's mask on that head. None of the camo patterns are symmetrical enough. But 3740, 5 and 4, top diversions. A decent round. I hope you enjoyed it, Derek. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So for my birthday, which was yesterday, Angel got me the Dragon Ball Evolve Piccolo figure, which is like, it's in between the two scales I usually like. It's like 5-inch scale as opposed to 4 or 6. But it's really nice looking. It's based on Piccolo's base form from Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And something I hadn't noticed until someone mentioned it recently is that Toriyama managed to reinstate the original manga colors for Piccolo for Superhero. So that is a nice thing to have a figure of, because yeah, they in the manga, his arm, the weird like stripy parts of his arms were more yellow than pink, and his belt was red, and that's what this figure has. She also got me the next 2 volumes of Delicious in Dungeon, and that is such a fun manga. Just that the artist's talent for expressions is just amazing. But yeah, it was a good birthday. Thank you everybody for the well wishes. I really do appreciate it. It was a nice low key day, and anymore that is kind of how I prefer to spend them.